Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GPWCs. We are live here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and tonight we have a huge stacked match card for you guys as we are closing off the ENT Championship. The first round matchups last week, we finally moved to the semifinals. First matchup between Dragon Lee and Javon Evans. Second one, going to be a little bit of a weird clash as the tag team champions, who were not even champions in the tournament to begin with, now will have to face each other according to the tournament brackets. But in your main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Dirty Bombs take on Aussie Open in a GPW Tag Team Championship #1 contenders 30-minute Iron Man match. But to kick off our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after Swerve Strickland suffered a concussion at Eternal Void, he was not able to defend his title here tonight. So has been mentioned that we will be having a triple threat matchup at our next event, GPW Gunning for the Gold. And it's going to be a triple threat matchup for the GPW Television Championship involving Swerve Strickland and Wes Lee. But tonight, we are going to determine the third man right here, right now. And as you saw, making their debut was Cedric Alexander, making their return to in-ring action for a good amount of months is Brooks Jensen. And then making their way down to the ring, we all know that the Patriarchy have been running wild here in GPW, and Killswitch has been the harbinger of doom, so to speak. And now he gets an opportunity to, compete for the television championship on the side of Christian Cage and making his way down to the ring. Absolute Ricky Starks. He was the one who got attacked in his matchup against Bully Ray at GPW Eternal Void. And look at this now, Ricky Starks already trying to roll down Brooks Jensen. And like I was saying, Brooks Jensen cost Ricky Starks his matchup at GPW Eternal Void against Bully Ray, and he just tossed him off of the stage and just sent him into a Bubba Cutter, allowing Bully Ray to get the victory. There's been no alliance, so to speak, between these two as Cedric Alexander flies over the top rope. Oh my God! Killswitch just throwing a chair to the back of Ricky Starks, and you gotta think, these men have not had an opportunity at the television championship. None of these men. Oh! Cedric Alexander, big Michinoku driver on the floor on the Killswitch, and Brooks Jensen going after Cedric Alexander in the early goings. But like I was saying, none of these men, they have yet to compete for the GPW Television Championship. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, you will be seeing your first of two GPW ENT Championship semifinal tournament matches as Brooks Jensen and Cedric Alexander go to work in the middle of the ring. Cedric with like a pump handle something. Oh, and that's a pay dirt, dropping Brooks Jensen as Killswitch reverses an Irish whip into the staircase. But my God, Cedric Alexander like a rocket launcher flying out of the ring, taking Killswitch down. Oh, and Ricky Starks discus elbow, but he didn't even pay attention that both men were back up in the ring to begin with. And now just picking apart their targets as now Brooks Jensen looks at Cedric Alexander, big snap power slam. Killswitch with a running drop kick. Oh, and just drives that knee into the corner. Oh, big crossbody. I think he was maybe looking for a frog splash on Brooks Jensen, but Ricky Starks got caught in the crossfire. As look at this now, Killswitch almost tried to go for a choke slam, but Brooks Jensen counters. Famouser, followed up by Ricky Starks delivering a big body slam, and look at this, Brooks Jensen spinning powerbomb. Just a little bit too much to keep up with right now, ladies and gentlemen. As look at this now, Ricky Starks going after Cedric Alexander. Oh, and look at this, a little bit of a double team here from Absolute Ricky Starks and Brooks Jensen as they take down the big behemoth. And he didn't even get a chance to hit him with the chair. He falls down with it. And look at this now in the middle of the ring. Ricky Starks has Cedric Alexander for the Rochambeau. Oh, and look at this, just Brooks Jensen tossing the chair away, and Ricky Starks sends him with the back body drop. But Ricky Starks, he's taking control of this matchup. Oh, and Brooks Jensen was getting choked out there by Killswitch. As now in the middle of the ring, Brooks Jensen, sidewalk slam, drops Killswitch down. And now as Killswitch looks to get an opportunity here, Ricky Starks just watches on as the two bigger men in the matchup are just, plowing through each other. And look at this now, Cedric Alexander poison run on to Ricky Starks. And look at this now, Brooks Jensen, no hesitation, pulls Ricky Starks up. Oh, and a big pile driver. And Cedric to the floor, drops down onto Killswitch. Brooks Jensen is the only man standing in the ring, but Cedric Alexander, he took advantage, and a fisherman buster drops Brooks Jensen on his head, hooks the leg with a cradle, and Cedric Alexander earns an opportunity at the television championship in his GPW debut. What a matchup to kick off tonight's show, and Cedric Alexander is absolutely not giving an inch here. I mean, what in the... Well, that's definitely Jack Perry. This is the same mask that he wore when he was a hired gun for the Patriarchy here in GPW, but now it looks like he's going on a full-blown assault on the Patriarchy. Killswitch is taken out here ringside, and Nick Wayne just got his hand shoved into an ambulance door, and that looks like Wes Lee, the newest member of the Patriarchy, trying to find Jack Perry, and Jack Perry's prepared. He's got a bat in his hand. Oh, Wes Lee with a big right hand takes down Perry in the early goings, and this brawl is just absolutely going bananas right now. Jack Perry, no! Deadly driver onto the absolute concrete, tosses Wes Lee into the car, and he went head first into the car. And look at this, just showing off the face of Wes Lee as he just shoves his head through the car door, the glass cutting Wes Lee's face. And there's Christian Cage coming down from the elevator. He's the only man left. Christian Cage has to, kind of back up for his Patriarchy members, but I mean, what is Cage looking at? But ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been paying attention to the ENT Championship Tournament exclusively here on GPWCs, we are finally getting into our semi-final matchups. Right now, we're going to see Bronson Reed and Joe Hendry. It's a tag team clash. And as you can see, making his way down to the ring, one half of the GPW Tag Team Champions, Bronson Reed. He is absolutely a phenomenal competitor to be in the ring with, but imagine when your tag team partner is Joe Hendry. And here is the other half of the GPW Tag Team Champions, Joe Hendry, the inspirational one. And Joe Hendry, I mean, usually this matchup after his entrance would precede a tag team encounter with these two being in the same apron, but now it's going to be all respect now. I mean, it's going to be for a championship, ladies and gentlemen. You got to put it on the line. This reminds me a lot of, similar to Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in the Cruiserweight Classic all the way back in 2016. But, we haven't seen Johnny Gargano for a while either. He's been out with a certain injury and hasn't been returned to GPW ever since. And look at this now, Joe Hendry to the top rope. Bronson Reed catches Joe Hendry off of the crossbody, and Bronson Reed takes Hendry for a ride with the deadly drive. And look at this now, Bronson Reed slams him down, hooks the leg. No, Joe Hendry kicks out. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see your other GPW ENT Championship semi-final match. And Joe Hendry with that knee under the chin. He could have just pinned his tag team partner there, but no. Bronson Reed tries to throw a lariat. Joe Hendry counters. And Joe Hendry now rolls Bronson Reed up. And this is how he won the match against Bronson Reed in his debut with a small package. But, these guys have, shared the ring with each other on opposite sides and on the same. They're current tag team champions at the moment. So you got to think that their synergy is even better when they're up against one another, as Joe Hendry just grabs a neck breaker. Look at the strength of the inspirational one. Joe Hendry sends him away, but Bronson Reed grabs the rope. It's a rope break. This matchup continues on. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this matchup will be competing for the ENT Championship on October 30th, which will be our first GPW special event, first seas, not similar to our huge exclusive shows where you be seeing every single championship, but this will be a special Halloween event, All Hallows Eve, exclusively here on GPW Seas, where we will be crowning the first ENT champion. And now as Bronson Reed looks to get a little bit more offensive in this matchup, and Bronson Reed, he gets a cheap shot from Joe Hendry. You got to think of any way possible if you're going to want to be the inaugural champion. And Bronson Reed has certainly earned his stake here in GPW. I mean, he's basically been on a roll since the beginning. I mean, he was in the first ever match with Dragon Lee at GPW Scorched Earth all the way back in April. And Joe Hendry now getting a little bit more of a head of steam. Joe Hendry into the corner with a back elbow. And Joe Hendry may be looking for a standing ovation on his tag team partner, but Bronson Reed, he's going to give him a little bit of a receipt as he gives him another deadly driver. And Joe Hendry now into the corner, gets an elbow. Hendry climbs up. I don't know what he's got in mind. Big shoulder tackle takes down Bronson Reed. Whoa, Joe Hendry again showing off that strength. And a code breaker to follow off. Joe Hendry, look at this. His version of the tsunami did not pay dividends as he gets dropped with a sidewalk slam. And look at this now, Reed trying to go for a lariat. Joe Hendry, wait a minute. He's got Bronson Reed, standing ovation. Drops Bronson Reed. Is Joe Hendry going to compete for the ENT Championship right now? No. Bronson Reed gets the shoulder up, and this matchup continues. Joe Hendry, back neck breaker, and look at this now. Hendry lifts him up onto the top. Look at the athleticism from Bronson Reed. Gets a headbutt off of the countered neck breaker, and look at this now. Hendry counters the tsunami, but no, Reed again gets the bell clap on Joe Hendry, and look at this, just squashes him beneath him. Bronson Reed is a big man, but you want to finish off an opponent, you give him a tsunami. Bronson Reed puts down Joe Hendry with the tsunami, and he moves on in the ENT Championship tournament. Bronson Reed, he did not want to have to do that to his tag team partner, but all's fair in love in the GPW ENT Championship tournament. He will now compete at GPW All Hallows Eve, only here on Seas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the war is set. Hangman Page is going to compete against a debuting Ricochet, as Kevin Owens has chosen the Pick Your Poison Challenge. Now we just have to wait and see who is going to be Kevin Owens' opponent at GPW, gunning for the gold in the Pick Your Poison. Ricochet versus Hangman. I mean, that matchup's already set, but Kevin Owens, he still will not be, putting that championship on the line, but Kevin Owens respecting Hangman Page's refusal to give. He gave him another championship opportunity if he's able to compete. He doesn't even have to win. All he has to do is compete. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the GPW ENT Championship Tournament, finally in the last matchup of the semifinals, and Dragon Lee makes his way down to the ring. Dragon Lee has been on a roll recently. I mean, Dragon Lee has just been, the workhorse, the work dragon, as he's been calling himself. And this matchup against NXT's OG Youngblood, Javon Evans. I mean, Javon Evans, he's coming off of a huge victory against Carlito at GPW Eternal Void, where he got humiliated as Carlito feigned an injury and then just gave Javon a cheap shot after the matchup. But this one's set to be high octane and fast paced, considering how well together these guys can put on an amazing matchup. I don't think any of these two have put on a terrible matchup here in GPW. I don't think there's been a bad matchup thus far here in GPW, but maybe that's just my opinion, as Javon Evans' big super kick takes down Dragon Lee. And now Dragon Lee, whoa, Javon out of the corner, springboard forearm, oh, big chop, and Dragon Lee followed up by a drop kick. And Dragon Lee, I mean, he's got a big matchup coming up as well, as Javon Evans just starts wailing away with the elbows, and Javon Evans moonsault incoming, but Dragon Lee moved right out of the way, and now Dragon Lee gonna take Javon Evans on a ride, drops him with a power bomb. And look at this now, Dragon Lee rolls him with a schoolboy, drops him with another sit-out power bomb from the schoolboy position. Dragon Lee only gets a kick out of 2 as he flies to the outside, takes down Javon Evans, but look at these two. They're just ready to throw some blows, and Dragon Lee tells him to take a shot. And as you can see, your main event is going to be coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, as Dragon Lee and Javon Evans start wailing away on each other. As Dragon Lee and Javon Evans, they are just not going to give up. Flying clothesline onto the concrete, and Javon Evans flies all the way through the floor with a suicide dive of his own. And now he's trying to take Dragon Lee, he's trying to take that stamina away from him into the corner now. Javon Evans moves out of the way, Gamagiri nails Dragon Lee in the face and pulls him in. And look at this, Tope Atomiko into the ring, beautifully delivered, as now Javon Evans spins him out into a powerbomb, beautifully delivered. 1, 2, no! Javon Evans doesn't get it that quickly as Dragon Lee flies into the corner. But like I was saying earlier, I mean, this matchup's already got me distracted as he drops him with a DDT. But like I was saying, Dragon Lee, he's got a big matchup coming up in a week at GPW going for the gold. He's going to be competing against Trick Williams and Wardlow for the GPW National Championship in a triple threat matchup. Oh, I mean, would it be, bittersweet to walk out gunning for the gold and then walk back into All Hallows Eve with a second championship opportunity as Dragon Lee pulls him in for the knee, and Javon Evans might be down and out here. No, Javon Evans gets the shoulder up, and Javon Evans, oh no, he's in the cut for a powerbomb, but Javon, the OG Youngblood, he's just looking away. Whoa, handspring into the Enziguri, beautifully delivered. That's how we knocked Carlito down at GPW Eternal Void. But Dragon Lee continues on, the matchup continues. Who is going to be facing Bronson Reed? Oh, in 2 weeks' time at GPWC's All Hallows Eve. And look at this now, Dragon Lee look for a suplex, but Javon lands on his feet and takes him down. But look at this now, Dragon Lee with the strength drops him with a bridging back suplex. Oh, into the corner, Javon Evans clothesline. And look at this, oh, takes him for a little bit of a throwback. And Javon Evans trying to go for the swanton, but Dragon Lee into the ring. What a Hurricane Rana, lands right back up onto his feet. Whoa, takes him for a ride, drops him with a power bomb. That was phenomenal. And look at this now, Javon Evans back up, drops him with an Enziguri, but they both fall to the ground. And as Javon looks for a big move, Dragon Lee sends him away with the German. Oh, powerbomb follows knee. Dragon Lee. My God, look at Javon Evans' face as now Dragon Lee waits for Javon Evans to get back up, and he's gonna hit Operation Dragon. Dragon Lee looks the leg. 2, and Dragon Lee is going to All Hallows Eve. Dragon Lee, what a matchup. That was a phenomenal back and forth matchup between two of the best that GPW has to offer. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to reveal it to you now since the matchups are set. Well, this matchup just made minutes ago, as Bronson Reed and one half of the GPW Tag Team Champions will be competing against Dragon Lee, and we will be crowning the inaugural GPW ENT Champion exclusive to GPWCs. But also, ladies and gentlemen, this matchup could be changing, as Darby Allin will be defending his GPW Internet Champion against NXT North American Champion Oba Femi. But if Darby Allin is not able to retain against Rob Van Dam at GPW Going for the Gold, it will be Rob Van Dam versus Oba Femi. But also, Brooks Jensen and Bully Ray. I mean, we've been seeing back and forth comments about Brooks Jensen and Bully Ray absolutely hating one another, and now they're going to be in an Elm Street fight, ladies and gentlemen. But also, we're going to determine who's going to be competing for the national championship at GPW Peace in the Panic, as Daniel Garcia goes up against Hook. And ladies and gentlemen, we already saw that this matchup was made earlier in the show, as Jack Perry and Christian Cage in an ambulance matchup. And the loser of this matchup will be leaving GPW indefinitely. And also, Cora Jade, GPW Women's World Champion, has announced she will be defending her title at GPW All Hallows Eve. So we have Jade Cargill, Kairi Sane, Lyra Valkyria, Masha Slamovich, and NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez competing for that championship opportunity in a 5-way dance. But we have a 3-way dance between 6 men, as the GPW Tag Team Champions Joe Hendry and Bronson Reed defend against the Patriarchies Nick Wayne and Killswitch, and the Rascals of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. But ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to move to our main event of the evening, as Dirty Bombs and the Aussie Open go up against each other in a 30-minute Iron Man matchup. The winner will be able to compete for the GPW World Tag Team Championships. And making their way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher, both these men, absolute tag team powerhouses in their own right, and amazing competitors and all. But, you know, they got to get every bit of aggression, every bit of hate, every bit of, you know, absolute competition out in this 30-minute time span, and you know, they will be rewarded handsomely for it if they're able to pull off this victory. I mean, 30 minutes between tag team partners, you can really do the math there. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the timer starts to kick down. 30 minutes are on the clock, and don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, it's not actually going to be 30 minutes for breaking the kayfabe here. But as you can see already, Kyle Fletcher with the knee to the face in the first 10 seconds of this matchup. And Josh Briggs already going to go right back at it, as look at this now, Kyle Fletcher takes control, straight jacket with German suplex, and he's got him into a pinfall, no. And as the first minute already starting to dawn on us in this matchup, you know, you got to think any bit of opportunity they can here, we're going to take, as counts can be rewarded by pinfall, submission, disqualification, or countout. So you can earn a fall in 4 different types of ways, as Mark Davis gets the count in, or gets the tag in from Kyle Fletcher. And look at this now, maybe looking for a brainbuster on Josh Briggs, but Josh Briggs going right at the knee. And Josh, he's not taking any bit of... Well, he just sent Mark Davis almost all the way out of the ring, but all the way back into this matchup was Mark Davis already with the electric chair drop, maybe incoming, but Josh Briggs able to get some right hands. And look at this now, tagging the Dominic Mysterio. As look at this now, as he gets that cheap shot on Mark Davis, Dominic Mysterio. He just rolled up Mark Davis, and he's earned a fall. And oh, wait a minute now, Kyle Fletcher, he gets a cheap shot on the Dominic's gut and gives him a German. Oh, but Mark Davis tried to give Josh Briggs a shot of his own. He eats a big right hand and a super kick. But ladies and gentlemen, we already have one up, fall to 0, and the Dirty Bombs already trying to take full advantage. Whoa, Dirty Bombs, Dirty Dom, he's got a pinfall in this matchup already. Wait, look at this now, Mark Davis utilizing his power, rolls over Dominic Mysterio, and he actually gets a pin. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's how quick this matchup can change on a dime. Already we're up 1-1, and it's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this match, as Mark Davis just already given some punishment on the Dominic Mysterio, tags in the Kyle Fletcher. Oh, man, big attack there, as now Kyle Fletcher goes for another pinfall, looks to kind of even out the odds. Oh, and look at this now, as Kyle Fletcher, big flying clothesline, takes down Josh Briggs. And wait a minute, Briggs, oh, fireman's carry, takes him down as he gets into the matchup, takes the tag from Dirty Dom. And Kyle Fletcher now, he's going to get a little bit of a striking position, big spinning back kick right to the face of Josh Briggs. But Josh Briggs takes Kyle Fletcher on a ride with the pain thrower. And Josh Briggs now looking to take Kyle Fletcher down, looking to earn the pinfall, but Mark Davis breaks it up as we get from the 5-minute mark in this matchup. And Dominic Mysterio able to get the tag in, but Kyle Fletcher is not going to take any bit... Oh no, he's not going to take any bit of hesitation now, looking for a brainbuster. Dominic Mysterio lands on his feet, and look at this now. Dominic, oh, look at this, wrenches him and gives him a cheap shot directly to the top of the head. And look at this now, Dom just Look at this, just making fun of Kyle Fletcher. He doesn't even realize that Mark Davis made the tag in, and they give him a shot right to the face. They broke the count of 5 before, so it's not going to be disqualification thus far. Alphamare water slide from Mark Davis. He looks to get the pinfall here, but rope break, and I think Josh Briggs might accidentally hit the referee. Either way, look at this, Josh Briggs, he's grabbing a chair, and wait a minute, Dominic Mysterio, he tosses the chair to Dominic. But that was a bad decision as Mark Davis pile driver onto the chair, and Kyle Fletcher flies over the top and takes out Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs tried to help, but that might have been it. Wait, Dom grabbed the rope. I don't know if the ref saw it, but either way, okay, I'm a little bit confused by that one. I don't know if the ref called the disqualification on Josh Briggs. I don't know if he got the pinfall, but either way, Kyle Fletcher, Dominic Mysterio jockeying for position. He's got the weight over on top of Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher with that core strength, able to lift up, and Dominic Mysterio in a backslide here. 1, 2, Dominic, might be in trouble. No, he gets the kick out. And look at this now, super kick incoming, but no, Dominic Mysterio looking to take Kyle Fletcher, and wait a minute, big suplex, but he does not let go. You already know what's coming next. Paying dedication to the late great Eddie Guerrero with the 3 Amigos, drops Kyle Fletcher. The former Ring of Honor television champion is really taking a punch right now as Josh Briggs gets into the ring. Dominic Mysterio has to get a little bit of recovery if they want to survive the rest of the 21 minutes and 6 seconds that we have left in this match. And Kyle Fletcher, big knee directly to the gut as Josh Briggs now, butterfly, backbreaker right over the knee. And look at this now, into the ring. Mark Davis with a shoulder tackle, and Dirty Dom flies off the top with a crossbody and a suicide dive on the Kyle Fletcher as Briggs gets into the ring and he lays out Kyle Fletcher with a clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Josh Briggs scores a fall. And now we are up 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. It's tied once again. Kyle Fletcher takes Josh Briggs. He was celebrating a little bit too early. Kyle Fletcher, nearly got another pin. Tries to go for a lariat, but that time, Kyle Fletcher gets him with a neck breaker. And this time, nearly breaks Josh Briggs' neck with that brainbuster. 2, 3, no! Josh Briggs kicks out. My God, Josh, I'm surprised he's able to continue after that. His head's taken so much punishment. Big powerbomb catches Kyle Fletcher. Kyle moves out of the way, grabbing Josh Briggs' knee under the chin. And now Kyle Fletcher taking full advantage. It's only 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. We still have a ways away to go in this matchup. 18 minutes left on the clock as Kyle Fletcher flies over the top and takes out Josh Briggs. And now both of these men getting back up to their feet finally. But oh no, Kyle Fletcher on the outside. Hammerlock DDT onto the concrete. And look at this now, Kyle Fletcher, he's just trying to struggle to get back into the ring. But wait a minute, the referee, he just counted 9. And wait, okay, well that was a double count out, so both men are gonna score a fall here. So now we are still at a stalemate. It's still 3-3. But look at this now, Josh Briggs popping Kyle Fletcher off the ropes, and they finally get back into the ring. Mark Davis gets the tag, and now Josh Briggs flies off with a bulldog and a flying headbutt. Josh Briggs now, oh my God, what is he thinking? Josh Briggs off the top. He tried to go for a moonsault. Hold on, close your eyes and count to fuck as Mark Davis drops Josh Briggs on his head. Mark Davis, 1, 2, and he gets the pinfall. No, he doesn't. Josh Briggs kicks out of it, and this matchup continues, and we are almost halfway through this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We are still at a tie, 3-3, and look at this now, Dominic Mysterio taking advantage. Big sunset flip onto Mark Davis. There's the tag in the Kyle Fletcher, but now Kyle trying to take advantage. Big right hand from Dom. And look at this now, Mark Davis gets the tag in the Kyle Fletcher once again. Big double clothesline, takes down Dominic Mysterio. But look at this, moves out of the way of the super kick. What a clothesline. Short arm clothesline took down Dominic Mysterio in the early goings, but that clothesline just took him down. And wait a minute, look, now Dominic Mysterio looking at Mark Davis, and oh my God, gave him a apron DDT. but he may have landed on the stairs. And look at this, the Livy Lock from Dominic Mysterio. He's got it locked in on Kyle Fletcher, and Kyle has tapped out from it before, and he's gonna do it again as they get to the count of 4. So I think now Josh Briggs gets the tag. Josh Briggs, now he's gonna go up against Mark Davis. It's a fresh stalemate now. And look at this now, Mark Davis, oh my god, no, Breaker dropping Josh Briggs on his head. And Kyle Fletcher now gets the tag. But wait a minute now, Dominic Mysterio flies in the middle of the ring, making sure that the matchup was not going to be taken down. Oh no, the Brimstone dropping Dominic Mysterio. And Josh Briggs now with the big headbutt. But now Mark Davis, he's going to climb to the top rope here. Big axe handle. Josh Briggs catches a sidewalk backbreaker. But now Mark Davis, he's down and out in the middle of the ring. Kyle Fletcher, snap German into the middle. And now, face first onto the apron. And now you can see the blood certainly starting to drip down onto the mat as Josh Briggs climbs to the top. And look at this, drops the elbow. Beautifully delivered. And now Kyle Fletcher, he looks to choke out Josh Briggs with the Dragon Sleeper. And Josh Briggs, he might be in trouble here, as now Kyle Fletcher just sinks it in even tighter. But Josh Briggs, he might have grabbed that rope, and now Kyle Fletcher pulls the big man up, and Brimstone again. But Kyle Fletcher might not have anything left. He sets his arm on top of Josh Briggs. 2. And yes, they score a fall. Dominic Mysterio, he was put aside by that one. But Josh Briggs, look at this, he's going to try to choke out Kyle Fletcher just like he did. But no, Kyle Fletcher tapped out before any more damage could be done. Wait, what the fuck? Dominic Mysterio just threw a chair at Mark Davis on the outside. And oh my god, suplex toss. And a Canadian Destroyer from Dom on the outside on the Mark Davis. Choke breaker from Josh Briggs. And off of the top with a moonsault. Beautifully delivered. Josh Briggs hooking the legs. Mark Davis trying to get into the ring. But now it's 6-5. Josh Briggs and Dirty Dom are up in this matchup. But Mark Davis fires away on Kyle Fletcher. And look at this now. Oh my god. Mega Driver. Dropping Dominic on his head. And there goes Josh Briggs. But Mark Davis now, with nobody in sight, he hooks the leg of Dominic Mysterio. And it's up 6 apiece. And this is very scary now, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting even closer and closer to the end of this matchup. 7.5 minutes, 6-6. And wait a minute now. Oh no. I think they're going to do the Coriolis onto Dominic Mysterio. And Mark Davis flies over the top, and Josh Briggs. And wait a minute, he flies over the top and he lands on Mark Davis on the outside. And Dirty Dom, he hits Mark Davis as well. Kyle Fletcher, he was away in that fray. But look at this now. We've seen this move before. Dirty Dom, power slam. And Josh Briggs with the elbow to follow. Are they going to get the advantage here? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Mark Davis trying to get into the ring. No. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. 7-6. Josh Briggs and Kyle Fletcher taking a lot of opportunities to recover here with 3.5 minutes left. Kyle Fletcher rolling Josh Briggs up. Wait a minute. Mark Davis stepping on the hands of Josh Briggs. It is now up 7 apiece. Mark Davis quickly thinking I don't even think the referee noticed as Kyle Fletcher hits Josh Briggs with a big missile dropkick. Dominic gets the tag into the ring. But now, look at this. Kyle Fletcher whips up Dirty Dom and drops him with a brainbuster. But now Kyle Fletcher trying to get into this matchup still puts his arm over Dominic. No, Josh Briggs breaks up the pin. This matchup continues on. And now we are at the 2-minute warning as Dominic Mysterio goes crashing down to the mat. And I don't know if Dom has enough to kick out. He took a huge hit. And Kyle Fletcher, he watches on as his tag team partner sets them into motion. And look at this now. Mark Davis tried to get out of the ring so that they couldn't get any more pins. But that might have been the opportunity that Dom needed. But wait a minute now. If he can get it into overtime, we're going to have one more definitive winner. But now, as Dirty Dom gets down to the final 5 seconds of the matchup, Mark Davis is trying to stay in. But is he going to be able to do it? No! Mark Davis stays in the match, and Aussie Open have earned a GPW Tag Team Championship matchup. What a match, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you on All Hallows Eve.